Ah, a delightful word with a surprisingly unclear origin. The history of picnic is a bit like a pleasant afternoon gathering itself, somewhat informal and with a few different ingredients thrown into the mix. The most widely accepted theory is that the word picnic comes from the French word pique-nique. The first recorded use of pique-nique appears in the 1692 edition of Tony Willis's Origines de la langue française. However, the exact meaning of this early pique-nique is debated. Some believe it referred to a social gathering where each person contributed a dish of food. Think of it as an early form of a potluck. The pique part might have been related to piquer, meaning to pick or to nibble, suggesting a meal where people brought small, easily eaten items. The nique part is less clear, possibly just a rhyming suffix or a colloquialism of the time. Another possibility is that pique-nique described a casual meal eaten outdoors, regardless of whether the food was shared. This aligns more closely with our modern understanding of a picnic. The word made its way into the English language relatively quickly. The first recorded use of picnic in English was in a letter written by Lord Chesterfield in 1748. He used it to describe a fashionable social entertainment where everyone contributed to the meal. In the 18th and early 19th centuries, picnics in England and France were often elaborate affairs held indoors or in grand gardens. They were social events for the upper classes, featuring music, dancing, and often quite formal dining. As the 19th century progressed, the concept of the picnic broadened and became more associated with outdoor gatherings in parks, the countryside, or by the seaside. The idea of bringing one's own food remained, but the emphasis shifted towards the location and the leisurely enjoyment of food and company in nature. The Victorian era saw the rise of the classic picnic as we often imagine it today. Blankets spread on the grass, wicker baskets filled with sandwiches, cakes, and lemonade. Guidebooks and etiquette manuals even offered advice on how to host a proper picnic. So, while the precise etymology of the French pique-nique remains somewhat hazy, its journey into English and its evolution from a shared indoor meal to an outdoor social gathering is a fascinating reflection of changing social customs and the enduring appeal of enjoying food and company in a relaxed setting. It's a word that carries with it a sense of leisure, community, and the simple pleasure of eating al fresco.